The best of Mohamed Salah's first 100 Premier League goals. Mohamed Salah became the 30th man to reach the 100-goal milestone in the Premier League when he poked home to open the scoring in Liverpool's 3-0 win over Leeds United. Goal 100 may have been the easiest of the bunch, but a look back at Salah's goal record throws up some absolute beauties which deserve to be watched time and time again. Here's a look at some of the best from his first century. When Salah bagged twice in the 3-0 win over Southampton in late 2017, few expected just how many goals were going to follow over the remainder of the season. It's his first goal of this game which stands out most. On the edge of the box, Salah found himself in an acre of space and decided to try his luck with a glorious curler that found its way into the top corner. Salah flashed his composure to tap home a second of the game soon after and then added 23 more before the season was over. Liverpool were absolutely tormenting Stoke when they met in November 2017, but things got even worse when Salah came off the bench with 25 minutes to go. It took him a few minutes to warm up, but Salah stole the show with a thumping volley that may well have hospitalized Lee Grant had the Stoke goalkeeper got anywhere near it. Salah bagged the second just a few minutes later, showing his composure to tap home when one-on-one. Nobody denied the greatness of Salah's strike against Everton in December 2017, but to see it win the Puskas Award for the best goal of the year came as a huge surprise. Gareth Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo's overhead kicks were snubbed, as was Benjamin Pavard's World Cup fizzer and Riley McGree's scorpion kick. Injustice aside, this was a banger. Salah shrugged off his defender, beat another man, and pulled off another curling effort similar to his Southampton strike, announcing himself to the Merseyside derby scene in emphatic fashion. The battle between Salah and Harry Maguire was the highlight of Liverpool's 2-1 win over Leicester in late 2017, and it was the Egyptian who came out on top. After sneaking in behind the centre-back to poke home Liverpool's equaliser, Salah went toe-to-toe with Maguire in a wrestling match as he pinned the defender on his back and rolled him perfectly. A simple finish into the bottom corner followed, and Salah wheeled away to soak up the admiration from his fans. Ederson made this one fairly straightforward for Salah by making a rare mistake with a clearance. This strike from distance into an empty net had Liverpool 4-1 up over Manchester City and actually proved to be the deciding goal as City pulled two back late on. It was the first of 28 Premier League goals he scored in 2018. Salah opened the scoring to this 2-2 draw with Spurs with a tidy finish from close range after just a few minutes, but this game really kicked off 10 minutes from time. Victor Wanyama tied things up with an absolute thunderbolt, but after Harry Kane missed a penalty, Salah squeezed Liverpool ahead in stoppage time when he tiptoed through the entire Spurs back line and poked home what he thought was a winner. Kane would go on to bag a penalty a few minutes later to tie things up once again. Having refused to celebrate against Chelsea in 2017, Salah felt he had paid his respects to his former club and chose to celebrate this absolute rocket 2 years later. Cutting in from the right, Salah crashed home an absolute screamer which flew past keeper Arrizabalaga back when that was a rare occurrence and into the top corner. You could see in his eyes that he could hardly believe what he had just done. Leeds United made sure Liverpool had to work hard on the opening day of the 2020-21 season, and it took a hat-trick from Salah to see Marcelo Bielsa's side off. He bagged a penalty 4 minutes in before adding a second with a ferocious half-volley that nearly lifted the net out of place. The sound it made without fans in the stadium was stunning. The hat-trick was completed with another spot kick in the dying embers of the game, with Salah stepping up to put the team on his back en route to victory. Liverpool fans don't really like to talk about this 2-2 draw with Everton because of the injury suffered to Virgil van Dijk, which sent their season into a spiral, but that has actually seen a worldie from Salah slip into the abyss. Around 1:12 into the above video, a Jordan Henderson cross was deflected into Salah's path, and before you could even call for him to shoot, the ball was in the back of the net. The storming volley was an upgrade on the goal he scored against Leeds a few weeks earlier and earned the Reds a much-needed point. Rounding off the list was Salah's final goal of 2020. Liverpool absolutely thumped Crystal Palace that day and were 5-0 up before Salah even got involved in the goals. His first was a header, but his second stole the show. Similar to his Chelsea goal, Salah cut inside on his left, but